What's up, wrestling fans? We're back again. I'm JaySin. This is the Horror King. Well, that's the Horror King. We'll get to him in a second. We are Discuss Impact Wrestling or Discuss Impact, whichever. I don't know. I forget what the hell the actual name is. Available just about everywhere you listen to podcasts. And we're going to kind of mix things up this week where we're going to do like a 20-minute podcast and then keep going for 20 more minutes for people who like longer podcasts. So, all right, breaking news for the day as due to the time we're recording. It was announced today that Trinity has an open contract for a match at Under Siege, which is coming up. Gary, you got a date on that by any chance?
Oh, on the date of the Under Siege pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's 24th?
Yeah, May 26th.
May 26th.
Yeah.
Okay, she was also part of a really cool segment, I think most people thought, just from looking around, that finished off the Impact we'll be reviewing here. I think it was the May 4th episode. Although I'm usually wrong about that.
It was. This week's the 11th.
Okay. Got to quickly mention how great that crowd was in Chicago. They were hot for almost everything, and Trinity got a really big reaction. I was kind of surprised not because of her, just because of how big it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had a little bit of a disappointment not in the crowd, but the lighting of the crowd. I thought the lighting was very terrible. I don't know if you noticed in the upper back right-hand corner when they tarped it off, they didn't do a very good job of blocking out the upper window, and it was annoying the heck out of me all night when I was watching the episode. I wanted to take a piece of paper and stick it over that upper part of my TV.
Those are those kind of weird things I just don't notice.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's not a lot of news this week, but oh yeah. So they just announced Slammiversary tickets are now available, I believe. Is that correct, or will they be available soon?
It said they're the next day they're on sale, so I don't know.
Sorry, on sale
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. What's that?
Sorry, at eventbrite.ca. Just search for Impact Wrestling, or you can just go on their Twitter or check out the Impact Wrestling group, which is my Impact Wrestling Facebook group. Kind of killing it. Almost got to 200 people. And speaking of Facebook, Impact has also been kind of killing it on Facebook, stepping it up. They've had a lot more recent stuff. I actually had a conversation about it with somebody in the comments section. Pretty cool. Also, somebody messed with my post in the comments section when I linked the Impact group. They were like, is that all you do? You just link groups? And in fact, very quickly deleted it. So that's pretty awesome. They kind of got our backs when it comes to this group. I mean, we're just promoting the shit out of them. So, and it's like all kinds of news and whatever. I mean, the group, Gary. Jesus, you don't gotta.
What's that?
He said, oh, wow. I was like, dude. I said, the crap. You know the group, Gary. You don't have to pretend like you never heard of it or anything. Okay, so not much news this week. So I figure we'll just jump right into, the Impact episode, unless, am I missing any kind of news? I mean, I did. Sorry. Where is it? I have it right here. Taylor Wilde today it's on Fightful. She says there need to be more female wrestlers on creative teams in wrestling, and goddamn, I totally agree. I mean, it would be like us writing for, well, we're not writers, but it would, like, men shouldn't write for women. I mean, I don't know. I think it's weird. I feel like, minorities, whatever, should write for each other and whatever else. Like, white dudes. White dudes don't need to write for everything. No offense to us.
Well, too, I did find out some interesting info on that episode last week. Impact on Access TV, it ranked in the top 10 for the last time that happened was back in June of 2021.
Wait, last week?
Yeah, apparently
I couldn't find numbers.
Yeah, I got all that trending going, but I guess just because of Trinity, of course, which is understandable. But I thought that's pretty.
Oh, you're talking Twitter numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't find the ratings.
Yeah, I guess they didn't place or something. Someone was saying. Yeah. But then again, it has
I mean, the competition's been insane. I mean, even I've been watching the NBA and NHL. It's just been so goddamn good this year. But whatever, nobody wants to hear that. Also, quick, they announced today Ace Austin versus Zicky Dice is this week's BTI match, and they did a cool thing, or they've been doing a cool thing on YouTube, where it's like must-see moments of the week. I don't know if you saw that, but again,
No, I totally missed that one, Jay.
yeah, so it's like the best of, the best of, man. But basically, if you missed Impact, which I love, like it's like here's watch this if you missed Impact. WWE does something called SmackDown in 3 minutes, and oh my God, I love it so much because I will never watch SmackDown, but I will watch it in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I'll watch anything in 3 minutes.
Well, I didn't know if you noticed, as of late, Impact has gotten so they've added a lot more content to Impact Plus. Like they've been getting like the spike years here and there, and like they've been getting all kinds of different eras and regimes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So I mean, they are listening to us about the app itself. It seems.
The Facebook. I mean, again, I can show people. I literally posted it today. What I sent to Ed about. I cut out the kind of crazy stuff where I literally said piss or get off the pot, and then I had an argument with someone who said it's actually shit or get off the pot, and I said I don't think so because I've heard this in TV shows and they definitely can't say shit. So I don't know.
Well, we're both New Yorkers. We come up with quotes and fancy jargon, if you will, Jay.
Yeah, let us know which is the real quote there. Anyone but Larry. And shout out to Will Thomas, who kind of gave me this idea for the whole 20-minute thing and then the 20-minute longer one because he does like longer podcasts. And we had a short one last week that did really well, so I was going to stick with that. But I got feedback from one person, and that's how I roll. We don't get much feedback, get a lot of views, and whatever, good enough. So, like I said, let's just jump to the awesome Jordan Deonna Trinity segment that ended the show. Now, were you surprised how good this was? I mean, or did you even think it was as good as I thought it was?
I totally was blown away by it just because, like, you're used to seeing 2 or 3 men ending the show in Impact, and it just seemed like a total breath of fresh air to see women going, like, catting each other out, if you will. And I just thought it was really cool. They fed off each other really well with like comebacks, and I don't know, it just has me, really anticipating to see what Trinity's got in an Impact ring.
Yeah, I mean, I loved everything about this. I always talk about what a character guy I am, and everything was fantastic. It was just so well. It was so much better than I expected it to be. And this was like 10 minutes, maybe even longer. It was just perfect, absolutely perfect. Trinity comes out, gives the promo. Deonna comes out, welcomes her, says who she is. Then, she kind of gave a shot to Trinity about, she can't walk out like she did on WWE. And then Trinity gave a shot back like, you got fired or something like that because she did get fired from WWE. So, and then Jordan comes down, who has a rematch. Who has a rematch later this month with Deonna, and I feel like she has to win, no?
Oh, definitely. What I was gonna say though, the thing that I noticed more than anything is like these women have never, like as in a conversation have probably never, confronted each other, and they're just consummate experts at what they do in the ring at talking because like they meshed well with each other on this night.
Yeah, really awesome chemistry, and I mean. Like, I don't even know if they've met, like how long they've known her. So, yeah, just really well done. Okay, now I want to jump to, hang on, I have some notes here, blah, 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 big debut, yeah. Okay, now I want to jump to, I really thought this was the second best part of the show for me. And I'm sure most people will say it was Gresham versus Bayley again, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm one of those people that, like, if you see the same match, like, 3 times in a month, I'm like, like, I don't care how great it is. It's like I've just seen it like 3 times. I would like to have. Somebody mentioned 4 out of 7, but like, how about even throwing in like gimmicks? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. The novelties definitely wore off for the guys. That's no knock on them. They gave their all in the match, but
oh yeah, it was a great match. Like always.
Like why not save that for the pay-per-views? Or
it was a great match. It was a great match, like always. And Gresham got the win. So I forget what the hell the series is now. I think it's 2-1-0. I think there was a tie or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure. Somebody could let us know.
I think it's 2-1-1.
Yes. Bailey tweeted out before the show yesterday, but I forget. So, but I mean, it was an incredible match. Like, these guys are fantastic. Like, my only complaint is just that it's, I I don't like the just been going on for a while, and I love gimmicks, so whatever. Throw a goddamn ladder in there. Imagine what those guys can do.
But I mean, it does make sense with Bailey going off to New Japan that he doesn't get to win here. Obviously it kind of feels like he's departing, which he's not. But he's departing, and they had no choice but to go with Gresham.
Yeah, and we've been saying that we'd like to see more of a push for Gresham, so beating Bailey in, I think this was kind of the rubber match, if that's the word.
Yeah, I guess he went on to beat him with the octopus submission hold, which was really cool. I do like that hold. It's very unique. You don't see many pure wrestlers do that anymore.
Okay, now, before I spend about an hour and a half on Dango, I just want to quickly mention, because Dango's been fantastic. I love this goddamn Hutak Santino thing. I have a picture of the board, and I mean, just the board alone made me hysterical. You know what I mean? The board, like the murder board of like every goddamn horror movie you've ever seen, with the person chasing them has the.
Yeah, it totally made me feel like Dexter, Dexter Morgan, because he's trying to pinpoint in the show, who he thinks his rival is going to be, kind of like the Trinity killer, and he's connecting this and that.
Yeah, we'll just stick with this for now, and I'll jump to my other part afterwards. But so I actually missed the part when he mentioned Mike Tenay.
Yeah, could they get a more hilarious picture of Don, doing the facial feature kind of things?
I mean, it's incredibly random. I actually had the picture right here, but I can't zoom in. I can't see all the. Do you know who all the things are on the picture? I need to find that.
No, I don't have. I don't know where that would be. I mean, I'm sure you can find it on the Impact site somewhere, maybe.
Where in the shit did I just find this picture?
This really.
That would be the answer to my question.
Does best when they do, they take their comedy not overly serious,
Yeah. Oh, also they announced a Kazarian sit-down interview part 2 this week, and here's a hot one. There's an autographed Johnny Swinger 8x10 now available on eBay. Yeah, yeah, that just happened. That just effing happened. Okay, I just pulled up I can't do it again. I just pulled it up on Impact. I can't do it again. It does look like Swinger on the top left. I mean, you can make out Mike Tenay. Then there's a couple I can't make out. Whatever. Oh, God, I really wish I could have blown that up. Okay, so, I lost myself there because so Dango, who do you think it can be? I mean, do you think it's like 1,000% Dango?
I don't know. I'm kind of getting they might swerve us, kind of like what they did with who's his name? He used to be a referee, and remember they had him get shot, and I can't think of his name.
Referee got shot?
Yeah, he was a referee, but then he
TNA?
ended up marrying Rosemary. Remember at
oh my God,
I forget. House. Johnny.
Oh,
your old buddy.
Oh God. Wow, oh my God, he's been a character for so long. I forgot he was a goddamn referee. Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, and
wow.
I don't think it's him, but I don't know. I just got a feeling it's going to be. I don't really have a suspect overall, just because it's so new. But I mean, I think they're going to try and shock, for the shock value or whatever.
Oh God, Johnny Bravo. Just a thought. Just a thought. Please, no. I mean, just let whatever. Let it be Dango, and I don't even care who it is. Just let this play out. This is hysterical. This is absolutely hysterical. And we've been saying he's kind of like a.
Yeah, this could be
hidden character, but he's been quietly killing it. He started with, remember we talked 2 months ago about facial expressions.
This could totally get a cult following. If they get get it to be more compelling a little bit more each week. I could see T-shirts and this
definitely,
and getting a huge following, for Dango,
Definitely. And I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking about that. A lot they just think he's fun. This was a fun thing, and everything he's done so far, he's just been kind of killing it. Even in the ring, he's solid and whatever. But he's more of a character.
Did you check out? He was wearing a Sherlock Holmes hat in the process.
Just everything about it was so friggin'. But I mean, this all leads to Mike today.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How
So
hilarious would it be if it was?
oh my god, I mean, if it was just something incredibly random, like that would be the funniest thing ever. Like seriously, Mike today, like just, and then it's like if this goes on for 6 months, and then they look back and they're like, oh my god, it was Mike today. Oh, like that would be hysterical.
We have to look too. Maybe maybe there's some old rivalry that like Santino had in the WWE that maybe it's somebody we land.
How about this
in the future or something?
How about this? Because we've kind of been on this. Scott, maybe Scott wanted him out of the way, so he kind of has more power. I know he's like the man on the show anyway, but again, he was kind of a dick to Macklin, don't you think?
Oh yeah, and then he was rudely when he slapped his title and he kind of walked away. Like,
he's such a
painted for me, you know.
I get he's a heel, but I don't know. Like I really feel like this is very slowly gonna lead to him turning heel, and I'm talking Scott, like maybe like a team
Canada.
Yeah, like an old school Team Canada kind of thing or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, definitely could work because a lot of our shows as of late have been in Canada, so we could we could bring guys in. I'm sure, like that were a former part of Team Canada. And I don't know about you, but I've been getting another vibe with Steve Macklin as champion. I've kind of gotten this Bobby Roode vibe to him lately too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just got this like good on the mic,
the way he carries himself. Yeah.
And like he's sure of himself, like Bobby Roode. I don't know. I'm happy that we went this direction. I just want to see how it plays out.
All right. So for you people who like the quick podcast, we got Moose and Myers versus Yuya and Bhupinder. Moose and Myers got a win here. I don't know. This was weird, but I mean, interesting team. Like I think like we both really like these guys, Moose and Myers.
Yeah. Well, I heard a rumor. I don't know how true it is. There's some speculation that Moose has been wrestling a lot of like multi-man matches because he's still nursing an injury.
Oh yeah. Also, we kind of nailed the Sammy thing when we said we thought he was hurt. He's been hurt. He's never going to recover. He said it himself. He hurt himself so bad, whatever it was, his knee, I forget. It's, you can look it up. It was the other day on Fightful.
Oh wow.
But yeah, he said, and that's what, and also that was for his weight gain. Like he even mentioned it because people have been giving him shit about his weight, and he's like, listen, it is what it is. I got hurt really bad, and I gained weight, and I'm getting back in shape now.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with weight gain if you can still bring it. I mean, like if we ever had problems with anybody, like back in the day, I mean, how can you have a problem with?
Oh yeah, no. I honestly think it kind of looks. I remember saying Jordynne. I was worried when she was losing weight because like I felt like Big Jordynne was just like so intimidating, but I mean now she's just like goddamn. Now she's even scarier than like ever. So whatever. But that's kind of she's just a freak of nature. There's not many Jordynne Graces out there. So Sammy versus Khan. This I did not like at all. I feel like this was too long. I feel like Khan got too much offense. I mean, I guess you could say like Sammy's kind of out of it, but I don't know, man. Like I always see Sammy as like a main event guy, and I see Khan as what, a jobber tag team guy. To be fair, maybe mid card.
Yeah, because like I don't know, we just kind of we at this point we're just like he's just kind of filler until Joe Doring comes back.
Well, my boy said blanking on names. They love Khan. Didn't know that. Seems pretty smart though, and this dude's pretty right about everything he says. So my let's just say my source says Impact is very much behind Khan. So we look forward to that. See how that works out. I'm interested. Also, Joe Hendry was on the thing with Dango, which is also cool because I mean Hendry's funny. You know what I mean? Like it all kind of fits together. Yeah. And he was going after Trey Miguel, I think.
Oh, yeah, but did you notice prior to that Dango was trying to dump it all on him because he goes, oh, how'd you get that bruise on your eye, Joe? Well, who did that?
Oh, yeah. Just trying to quickly wrap it up with Joe Hendry.
And then Joe's like, just turn around And then we see later they're backstage and they're kind of grilling Trey, kind of like the way you would in an old procedural, like detective kind of way.
And I mean, listen, to anyone listening, I'd love to hear your comment. Like, is this not? I mean, to me, it's so much funnier, so much better than anything they were doing with like Swinger and the what do you call it? Swinger's Palace.
Oh,
I mean, like in the beginning it was fun, but like then it just became like a room for people to hang out in that weren't doing anything. You know what I mean? Like this is funny. This is and it has something to do with the show. It's interesting. It's something that people can guess.
Yeah,
like,
about
oh,
the only thing I got out of that is anytime it would be Chris Sabin, he'd say, "I love this place." That was great. But outside of that, yeah, it got like it kind of like had no end or purpose.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting close to overtime. So let me shoot through. So there was a no contest here after the Hootie Boys ran in the ring. One of them is actually part of the Impact group, which is pretty badass. I had no clue if it was like, I thought it was just fans, but it's supposedly like 99%, or maybe 100% independent wrestlers. And there's like a ton of them in the back all the time, which I had no idea about.
Oh, you're talking about part of the design?
The hoodies, yeah, the hoodie guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of feel like they're trying to play off a little bit like NWO and, without the good talent, but like it was a mix of aces and eights as well. I kind of like this though, because if I can't get that story, I'd like to settle for this for now.
It's a small step up for the design, I'll say. But I don't think like they're ever gonna unmask, so like I don't think it's NWO in that way. But I do think it's interesting that they just kind of have like these guys that come out of nowhere and just like beat the shit out of you and like they're never seen. Also, Nick Aldis.
It kind of reminded me of The Matrix too. I don't know if you remember the scene in The Matrix when Keanu Reeves gets all attacked by all the same agent that like they die.
Oh yeah, when it was like 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they were going.
Matrix Reloaded. Yeah, big fan, even though a lot of people aren't. But awesome interview with Nick Aldis again, who's been killing it. Kenny King showed up, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a challenge for. Pretty sure they're gonna wrestle it Under Siege, even though it's not been.
Interesting backstory between these two. I believe they had a little bit of heat back in the ROH days too, when all this popped up in there for a brief time when they were working in Japan. So,
well, that's pretty interesting. And sorry, let's just get through. Okay, Jody Threat basically squashed Alicia, right?
Yeah, which I was really. I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I would have, just because we've been booking Alicia kind of like poorly for so long, I would have seen maybe a count-out victory by Alicia, not a pin.
Yeah, because Alicia just got a win recently. Like,
yeah, you're trying to build her,
so don't squash her. I mean, unless you just want to. I mean, what, you build her up 1 week to make Jody look better for 1 week? I mean, I don't think. That's
it makes the rivalry like majorly one-sided. Like, where do you go from here? All
right, so Jody beats Alicia. Gotta say quickly, I love that Gia Miller was there. Some people were afraid after hearing there was a new announcer, but she's sticking around, it looks like. Macklin Singh and Shira lost to PCO, Heath, and Rhino. Again, not a big fan of this match. I feel like Heath and Rhino are just like kind of popping in. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have anything to do with anything.
Well, the thing is, I just found out today Rhino 2 is injured.
Jesus. So, is anyone not injured?
So, I mean, like that kind of tells the story who's going to win this Thursday. I mean, not that we didn't know anyway, but.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of vignettes and stuff we'll get to in overtime. But let me see. I think we didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay. One thing I wanted to mention. Rosemary was told that a great power is blocked. Only a great power can block the access to the undead realm. Any thoughts on who that could be?
Do you remember what she said exactly? Because I was having like technical issues with my TV a little bit. I don't know if you were having issues, but it seemed like the taped episode or, pre-taped episode kept doing pixelating on my accent.
Yeah, I had a little issues too, but
yeah.
My point was somebody's blocking the undead realm, and I believe it's Su Yung.
Oh yeah, well that would make a lot of sense because we were we were asking about probably a mere 6 months ago what happened to Sue, and like I don't know, everybody was kind of quiet on that question. So
still on the roster page.
Yeah, and with her being Impact liking couples, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And so Bayley's going to New Japan for the Best of the Super Juniors. That's awesome. And that is it for, the supposedly 20-minute podcast that went to 25 minutes. Okay, get the hell out of here, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And now we are heading into
overtime.
I think I got that right, did I?
Overtime.
Hang on. Let me just make sure everybody gets it.
Overtime.
Yeah, I know. I'll get a better sound next week. That's terrible, but it is what it is. Okay,
Sure.
So I figure what possible. Actually, no. Sorry, I wanted to jump back to the. Who else could it be other than Sue? Just want to jump back to that fast before I forget. Who do you think? Other than who could it be other than Sue? Like, who has power to block the realm? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I don't. That's probably what I'd narrow it down to, just because it would be, it would be good to see, the Dark Arts come back to Impact all over again. You know what I mean?
But who else could it? I can't even think who else. Unless, I don't think Kira would come back. I'm just trying to think someone who might be in the realm that could have maybe gained powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Or it could be James Mitchell is just a dick and he's messing with her because he's literally the devil.
Oh, somebody was trying to say something about possibly being Kevin Sullivan from WCW.
Wait, is he the devil? I forget who's the actual. Did he show up as the actual devil?
Yeah, and I would, with them pulling nostalgia acts by the week, I wouldn't be surprised at anything.
Yeah, I guess Mitchell is more of the right hand man for the devil.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
You got mail.
Oh, look at that! How's that nice timing for the beginning of overtime? All right. If anyone doesn't know, this is the mailbag, and you can leave a question in any of our comment sections or on any of our podcast social media posts, or you can send it to my email if you know it. But seriously, a lot of people know my email, but any comment section, anywhere. We're on a billion goddamn whatever, but most of them I get emails, so we get them, whatever. Okay. I also do get them mixed up with my email sometimes, so it is what it is. Okay, first one. You're actually going to get two here. Trevor Dame here, typing this from the trash bin I'm currently living in. Can I have that loan now, Jay? Oh, that's a shame. Sorry about that one. That was a personal email, like I was just saying. Sometimes people just send them to the wrong address, and they don't address. You got to say, don't say this on the mailbag, or whatever, if you're going to ask a question. Okay, here's part two. What's up, boys? I was at the latest tapings, and Impact has been killing it. I hope the crowd comes off as loud as we were. My question is, who do you think beats Macklin? I say Aldis, but I can also see it being... Wow, that's weird. It's like weird. I can't read. Wrote some weird text, and I can't read the... Okay, help me out here, Gary. Who the hell would the other person be? Oh, Josh. Sorry.
Wow. Oh yeah,
It said JOS. It said JOS, and I'm trying to think what does JOS stand for.
Okay.
That was Henry from Chicago, and I got to totally agree. Right now, I think it's 50-50. What do you think?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know. Just from what I'm hearing from Nick Aldis, it doesn't sound like he's full term for Impact. So I don't know.
Yeah,
strap a rocket to him, and with Josh Alexander, there's still that storyline that he never really lost the title, and I don't know, unless it's somebody that comes, a wild card, kind of like if we bring back, is it like our version of Money in the Bank? Maybe.
Well, they got option C, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean, and right now, Trey Miguel, I don't honestly see him beating Macklin, but
no, me neither. I could see Speedball after he comes back from Japan, maybe, kind of.
Yeah, Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I could totally see that. Somebody was saying they would not be surprised to see Kazarian maybe get the belt off Macklin.
Oh, that's funny. I was actually thinking, didn't he have his chance? Or whatever, maybe against Josh. I could see I could see Shelley because I don't know, I feel like they've been talking about that. And...
He kind of made that joke on when he was being interviewed by Gia. He's like, "I'm gonna go win the Impact World Title."
yeah, it was. I mean, like
no problem.
but I mean, like it. I loved how he said it because like Alex Shelley is like he just says, "Listen, I'm gonna win the Impact World Title," and you believe he could. You know what I mean? Like that's how good he is.
Not like insurmountable or anything.
And the same for Sabin. Like I really think it's about 50-50 right now for me going into who I think's going to win. Maybe even 60-40. I really think Sabin might win this. I think it's going to be like, Trey has kind of got too big of a head. Sabin kind of puts him in his place. And then, Trey comes back and beats Sabin eventually.
Chris has pulled off the unthinkable before when he beat Bully Ray for the world title. I mean, how shocking was that? Because I thought he would be dominant for a while just because of the aces and eights being part of the factor,
I would have lost a lot of money if I've had to bet on that thing. I remember so friggin' shocked about that. It was just totally insane.
Well, I remember back then I was kind of like always ticked off because I felt like, it wasn't the greatest to run or whatever, but I thought it was a pretty awesome moment at the same time. Like I was like, it was great TV, unexpected.
Here's the problem. Who the hell is in the tag division when you got Shelley and Sabin solo?
I don't know. I want those dudes that we have at TMDK come back.
Very badly needed back. I'll take I mentioned what's his name, the Reno Scum. I'll take anybody at this point if you have tagged together and won a match somewhere. Like Jesus, I just don't want to see Heath and Rhino again. Like I feel like it's just, I don't know. I'm just like tired of them,
Well, I don't know if you've seen the recent, I don't know, it's like tweets or things that being thrown out there by
No, I was thrown off of Twitter a year ago. Thanks.
What was his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Well, you think about it that 1 second, because I can't.
There's a call for you on line 2. I think it's the one you've been waiting for.
God damn it, my receptionist. 1 second. I'm finishing a podcast. God damn it. What was that,
Gary? Drew McIntyre.
Drew.
He's been kind of throwing it out there. He's kind of been fed up with creative in WWE. If there's anybody I could see coming to Impact in the near future, honestly, if he gets out of his contract or if it's up, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back to Impact.
Drew McIntyre, who somehow became a star along with Eli Drake in one of the stupidest factions ever. What was it? Stand Up? Like, I don't even know what the hell it was. Stand Up for Pro Wrestling or something? Like, it didn't. It was like just so random.
Well, what I found interesting about Drew McIntyre's current status with not being happy. Teddy Long took to an article and he said, well, Drew, if you're not happy, then you might better leave.
Okay, well, that's interesting. See, I was going to say, I try and stay away from that stuff because I don't want to get excited. Like, oh my God, Drew McIntyre. Like, you know what I mean? That would be huge for Impact.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But I don't know. I think he's the kind of, he would probably try, what's his name first? Just because he's
such a big, more than likely, yeah.
AEW, just because he's such a fucking big name. But, sorry. We answered. Well, we kind of answered Henry there from Chicago. Well, if I have to choose between Aldis and Josh, I guess I'll go with Josh. I mean, like you said about Aldis, he might wait out. He's not even like, well, supposedly he's not signed, but also, I don't know, man. I don't know if that shit matters. I mean, where's he going? AEW doesn't want Aldis. I don't want to break it to him if he's listening, but it ain't happening, dude. What else do we have here?
He does have a lot of ties to Impact's history, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's with Mickey. I mean, I feel like.
Maybe
it's also dependent on Mickey and when she goes. I mean, if she goes back to WWE, maybe he can get a chance. Who the hell knows? So, how about this? Updated card for Rebellion. Steve Macklin versus PCO.
You mean for Under Siege?
God damn, why do I have Swear to God, I wrote Rebellion
Rebellion was like 2.
I wrote Rebellion every time in my notes, every time, and like
I remember Under Siege because it's that the camouflage backdrop look that we always do, kind of. Because they made a comment about that being their, was it Chris Sabin or Alex Shelley said that was like their best movies, Under Siege 2.
That's funny. Under Siege 2, that's terrible. Under Siege 1 was good. That's funny. Okay, so Macklin PCO, I hate to say it. We love PCO so much, but no chance, buddy.
He's not getting that title off him.
I think the best chance for him would be to not get pinned, Like maybe actually I could see that happening. Eddie comes in, just fucks shit up. Even though he has a match.
What it is with Macklin is he's that new champion, and like it just seems like he's gonna be one step ahead of everyone until Josh comes back or someone else dethrones him.
Yeah, and I like that's
not a PCO because I'm not making fun of him, but in the eyes of being booked in like what his character is, he's a simpleton. You know what I mean? And usually when you're booked that way, you don't usually win too many titles unless you're like, an Abyss original or something like that. But
I say if Abyss can get a title, then PCO deserves a title. But whatever, that's for another day.
Yeah,
and then we have Deonna. Then we have Deonna versus Jordynne, which I feel like is a little too obvious, unless Jordan's leaving, because that's just weird. Like she has to win, or she can never face Deonna again. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, unless they go with Trinity beating Deonna and then have Jordynne go after Trinity, but I don't know if you want to do that. I guess we'll see with that. And then Trey Miguel versus Chris Sabin. We talked about that. I really do like Sabin. I think Sabin pulls it off, and it's like like we said before. And then the number one contenders match: Shelley, Edwards, Kazarian, Gresham, Moose, Yuya. I put a little poll in the group about this. Actually, no, I'm sorry. My boy Robles put a poll in the group about this. Best poll we've gotten done so far with the most options. Jonathan Gresham got the win. And Edwards and Shelley were tied. Pretty close. Oh, and wow. I kind of agree. I don't know. I don't think Gresham's going to get the title shot yet because, he's just going to, you know what I mean? He's just going to lose again?
Yeah, you're totally not, way off base with any of it because I do think, though, Moose needs that big win, though, to get, stepping
back in the
main event scene, but
just to show the world he's back in he's a main eventer.
Yeah, Mr. Impact.
Problem is, this person who's going to win is going to lose to Macklin just because he can't really lose anytime soon, at least we think. But whatever, that's wrestling kind of, Roman Reigns was a champ for where he still is for 3 years, and it's still interesting, so whatever. And again, I love Macklin. I just I don't think he really got time this week other than in a match. I don't want to really see him wrestling in these 6-mans. I don't know. There's enough of those. I feel like he's a champ. You didn't see Hulk Hogan wrestling in 6-man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the multi-man.
And he's not the Kenny Omega type that should be in those kind of matches. He's the type that should be standing in front of the goddamn USA thing. What was that, last week? And it looked so badass. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I still can't get over that.
Well, what I'm surprised at, Jay, is we've kind of walked away from any tournament or any kind of just any kind of almost like the world title series, but not quite like that, but more like I
was just talking to my boy Josh about that. Why don't they have more tournaments? He actually said, why wasn't there? He thought there definitely should have been a tournament instead of having Kushida versus Macklin. You know what I mean? Let Macklin get some goddamn wins in that tournament and then make him more of a threat. And I don't know. I think that would have been all done better, but who knows? They got a lot of people injured.
Well, I think a tournament, say you have a couple tournament matches in one episode, is going to get on the show. It's.
I think the problem is they've had people like Matt Cardona who they can't be sure is going to be on the show 5 minutes after the show started because he's trying to get to WWE so bad.
Oh yeah, I see him still ranting on that stuff. I'm like,
enough, you tool. All right, so then we got the design: Angels, Diener, and Khan versus Callahan, TBA, and TBA. Now, I feel like this is really obviously, sadly, going to be Heath and what's his name? But how about the Christ brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that wake shit up a bit?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think is he even doing anything with Ring of Honor anymore? I know he.
Oh wait, I'm
Dark-
sorry. I'm sorry. How about Jake Christ and somebody? I forget Dave Christ is the Antichrist and will never be seen in wrestling again. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess Jake will be weird. Oh, God damn it, it is
I
Moose.
can tell you. I can tell
Damn
you.
it, it's Rhino. Whatever, it's Rhino. Let's just get over it.
Well, honestly, I see a pattern here. I see Zachary Wentz returning. Because
That'd be interesting.
Kimberly just announced she's retiring, and when she retires, that'll remove her from Impact.
I was going to say, yeah. And interestingly enough, she's been complaining about still being on the Impact roster when she wants to retire. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but drama queen.
Yeah, it's looking.
And then we got Trinity versus TBD. That should be interesting. I don't know who's going to step up. I feel like it could be anyone. I just hope it's not Killer Kelly because, man, God, I love her so much.
Honestly, I know who it is.
Really?
Her, I think it is.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil it.
You don't know for a fact.
Who I think it is.
Well, you don't know for a fact, so go ahead. We're in overtime. Anything's allowed here.
I think it's your old nemesis, Giselle Shaw.
Oh shit. Okay, that would make sense, but then Naomi wouldn't beat her. I actually read something about how. Oh no, I think you're right. Shit, I think you're right, and that might have been a spoiler. Sorry, anyone, but whatever. We kind of confuse some things sometimes. So, shit, I had something else I wanted to get to here. Well, before let's see, we got some time. Gary, again, I think you want to plug her.
No, it's kind of movie related, I guess. Just got done watching 65 with Adam Driver. He heard a lot of bad reviews for it. I mean, yeah, sure, it's pretty cornballish at times, but it was really fun. It was a good take on like him being able to, crash land into 65 million years ago Earth and come into, right before the eve of dinosaurs being, decimated by, world ending asteroid, and him building his machine enough to, back to where it can fly again and get the hell out of Dodge. It was pretty fun, but kind of cornballish at the same time. But I would recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. I know people that have watched it and said it was really bad, but I don't know. I thought he did really good with it.
Well, speaking of recommendations, I have to give the opposite of one. Now, you may not know this, but I've been a long-time fan of Total Nonstop Impact, and recently it's become the Jaybone Show. And I mean, I guess I can get to the story of why this actually happened, because Kyle is a lunatic drunk who decided to come after me and my family and pretend he was working for Anthem. And guess what? Anthem didn't like that. So Anthem took their guests away. Now, I don't know these people too well, but I'm guessing the hotshot, what the hell is he? Hotshot friggin' Hemi guy. Fucking retard band, never heard of other than when they were on Impact once. Probably God knows what he had to do for that. I'm guessing a hand job or something, but you didn't hear that from me. And those dudes have been gone. I don't think they want to do anything without guests. I think they're like too big, you know what I mean? Think I'm wrong about that, Gary? You might know them better than me. You were a fan.
I believe you're referring to Trent, right?
Oh, Trent. Yeah. Trent, the rock star. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little baffled because like they used to do them like 4 or 5 man team, and
they're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Seriously, everyone check out the last few podcasts. There was like 5 a few weeks ago, then there was like 3, and then there was Jaybone and Token, and then there was just Jaybone on the last episode, and like you looked sad, and I felt sad watching it. Like, man, Team T and I. And I gotta say, Kyle sent me an email when he was really drunk one night. This is the same dude who got in touch with my father and tried to turn him against me because I was incredibly honest on Twitter, and I told the world I didn't talk to my father, which, kind of made me sad. And they also went after my health, which they have no fucking clue about. And they had no clue that I've been doing charity for Project ALS for over 20 years since I was diagnosed with it. Even though it was probably a misdiagnosis, it doesn't change the fact that it's something I thought I had, and people fucked with it. These people fucked with it, and there's nothing I would ever do to not keep going after them. I'm going to keep doing it. I believe I'm the reason Trent and Kyle I know I'm the reason Kyle's gone, myself and alcohol, because he has a terrible alcohol problem, which was actually, I was going to say okayed. Yeah, but okayed, given proof by Jaybone's wife, who told me he has a horrible drinking problem. And then she got cut off from talking to me because they realized she probably made a mistake. Oh, you're talking to the fucking devil, even, the guy who promotes Impact all of his goddamn life, when we're over here promoting our podcast and we want people to buy shirts and give us money, and fuck them all. I'm so happy. I am so happy just to see one of them. Fuck you. We won, bitches. That's all I got on that. What else you got, Gary?
Oh, I just wanted to plug on the podcast tonight the T-shirt of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm going to go with I went with the Trinity one for obvious reasons, because she showed up in Impact, which I didn't see in a million years she'd ever come to Impact anytime soon. But
no, I agree.
I believe it's the glow shirt. I believe it's on sale for $24.99 currently in the Impact shop. So check that out, ladies, or men, if you're a big fan of hers.
Here's a weird one. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually got to pull this up, but before we go, next week on Impact Wrestling, the Coven take on Jordynne and Deonna. Macklin takes on Rhino for the title, which, again, going back to, I feel like Scott was shady about that. Rhino shouldn't even get a shot, but he'll do anything to get the title off Macklin. Masha versus Kelly in another goddamn match where I don't want to knock out to lose, but I think you also have to give the knockouts credit, man. The fact that we don't want any of them to ever lose. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the COVID lose. I don't want to see Masha lose. I don't want to see Kelly lose. But Jesus, somebody has to lose. It's not. I guess it's not their fault. They're so good.
Yeah, that's totally my take on it too, Jay. I think that may be why I'm so down on certain talent getting pinned, because
it's tough.
You don't really have with Tasha not really being in the on the show all that much. I really don't have a soul knockout that I cling to so much, because they're all so talented, and when you see them lose and continue to lose,
they're all getting 50-50 basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard to book so much talent too when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You got Jordynne and friggin' Deonna and now Trinity on top. So I mean, it sucks, but Masha and Kelly and them and whoever else have to chill. And yeah, I think that's it for. Sorry, just scrolling through some notes here. Got to give a shout out to my boy Harry and his Wrestling Purist group that helps us out. And I think that's about it. Also, a shout out to all of Gary's what are those people called? Director friends, who are basically the only people, along with PCO, who retweet our podcast. And we still get a crazy amount of views. So suck it, everyone.
Yeah, I'd like to throw a shout out to Wrestling Through the Years too, just because they're always willing to let me.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
podcast on there, so
kudos
to that.
I was going to say the opposite because they didn't let me once, but hey, we're a team, and if Gary can get it done, then whatever. So yeah, seriously, there's a lot of cool groups out there, and I mean, that's one thing, man. Facebook, I swear to God, has made me a happier person, as opposed to Twitter being a psychopath with all these fucking fake accounts coming at you all the time. I've been on Facebook for this group at months, and I've spoken to 3 fans already who were at recent shows. It's so cool.
Oh, and I got one last shout out. I'd like to thank Richard Dreyfuss for actually speaking his mind, whether people agree with him or not. Very political statement he made by standing up to the man, if you will, and Richard
Dreyfuss is star of my stepfather's favorite movie of all time, Let It Ride.
Oh, that's a great movie. That's that horse race.
Jennifer Tilly, so hot.
Yeah, that's a great goddamn.
Oh my god, she was so hot. All right, I guess we'll leave it at that to get under 50 minutes. Nice job this week to us for hitting 50 exactly.
And have a good week, and make sure you pop in on Impact this Thursday on Access, and let's get them ratings up, guys.
Damn right. Peace out.